Lots of storms and no warning. Well, I guess some things never change. So you find yourself lost in a moment.
We're ready for you, Josh.
All right, thanks. This is the story of my accident.
Almost 3 years ago now, our lives, my family's life was changed dramatically when my son Josh had a really bad accident. He was at a party with his friends in Coburg, Ontario. Nothing unusual about that. And that was sort of the lifestyle for them. You know, they were a group of kids, good kids, but certainly liked to party way too much and way too often. And they were rather, were like daredevils. They used to climb things. The 3 or 4 of them in particular used to like to climb buildings and hydro towers or whatever, you know, that kind of daredevil stuff.
Josh, come on, get up. Come on, Josh. Dad said you're supposed to work a few hours for him today.
I'm gonna call Dad and tell him I don't feel like going.
Okay, well, I have to go to work, so I'll see you when you get back from the party tonight.
Crashing here tonight, man, or are you going back to Dana's again?
I think I'm heading back to Dana's, but I'm not sure. I never told her either way.
Well, you're more than welcome to stay here, man.
I know, man. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Dude, what a sick day today. That tower was the highest we've climbed yet.
I know, man. I saw another building on the way over, and we had to climb before I back to town.
What building is it?
I don't know. It's just a few blocks over. It's a cool brick building.
Yeah. Well, forget about our little daredevil hobby for now, and let's just focus on getting loaded.
Unfortunately. I just hope things don't get out of hand.
Three, 4.
I don't know who you are, kids, but I told you I can down that number 5 thing.
Ian, did Josh call saying if he was staying here tonight?
No.
Well, there's no answer on his phone, but according to his Facebook, he's staying at TJ's.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm climbing this tonight. Guy over there on the road?
Oh my god, maybe someone hit him. Holy shit. What happened to him? He's bleeding really bad from his ears. What if someone hit him with their car? He fell off that building. I'm gonna call 911.
So Josh was at this party on July 1st and left, and none of his friends decided to go with him that time for whatever reason. Anyway, Josh left, and 3 or 4 doors down saw a building that he thought he'd like to climb, and did, but unfortunately he got to the roof and slipped, and he fell 30 feet to a concrete sidewalk where he sustained major brain damage. The first person on the scene was actually 2 people, a young couple who weren't sure what had happened first. They thought maybe he just passed out. But then when they saw the situation, they decided, oh, we better call 911, so they did. When the paramedics got there, Josh had no vital signs. So basically, you know, they were about to give up on him. They thought he was gone. And I guess one of them found some shred of a pulse or something and resuscitated him enough to send him to the hospital in Coburg. At that point, Coburg Hospital realized that his injuries were far too severe for them to deal with. So they had Josh airlifted to St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto, where it was discovered, that he had sustained massive amounts of brain damage.
Excuse me, are you Miss Dana McQuillan?
Yes, I am. Why? What is it? What's wrong?
Your brother's been involved in an accident. He's in the hospital right now. I got your address from some of his friends.
What? Oh my God, what happened? Is he gonna be all right? Oh my
God. I got the call, Glynn and I got the call at about 2 in the morning saying, from his sister Missy, saying he'd been in an accident and they didn't know if he was going to live or not. So I obviously went to Toronto as soon as I could, not knowing when I got there if he was still alive. Thankfully he was. The doctors, the team of doctors brought us all together, my daughters and Josh's father, and for a meeting, and the outlook was very grim.
Okay, perfect. We're in the waiting room.
Is that your sister?
Yeah, she just got here with Mom. They're on the way now.
We have to meet with the doctor in a few minutes, and then you can go.
Is everybody here now?
Yeah, we're all here.
Please, follow me. Now, as you all know, Josh is in very serious condition. And despite having surgery to reduce the swelling on his brain, the outlook is grim. It is of the opinion of our team of doctors that Josh will likely not survive. Be prepared that if Josh leaves the ICU and lives, he will be vegetative at worst and paraplegic at best. I assure you, we will do everything in our power to give Josh a chance at life.
He was in a coma for quite a while, induced coma to control the swelling on the brain. Because if it keeps going, it can actually go farther down and cause a lot more damage. So anyway, eventually they brought him out of the coma, and he didn't know us, didn't know anything, couldn't remember any of the accident or the day of, and had to go through a lot of very intensive rehabilitation. I mean, basically he didn't know how to eat, how to go to the bathroom, how to talk, but at least we had him with us. He was alive, and his future was certainly uncertain as to what condition he would have to live the rest of his life in.
Missy and Dad just went in with Josh.
Having a rough day today, Dina.
It's okay, Mom. We all have rough days.
It's just... I just wonder if my boy is still there. Sometimes I wonder if the Josh that I know and love is still there.
We have to keep staying positive, remember? Just like we said from day one. And Josh has been doing really well, so things will be okay.
Hope so, Dina. I really hope so.
Thankfully, he had a fantastic team of doctors, nurses, therapists that took him and, brought him to the point where he is today. He had also a lot of family and friends that supported him, day in, day out through ups and downs, and there certainly were lots of those. At first, Josh had some issues with aggressiveness towards people that were trying to help him, and even us, his own family. And I think that stemmed from a sense of frustration of, you know, what have I done to myself, and what have I brought to my family, you know, this horrible, horrible accident. And the frustration also of not being able to do anything for yourself, you know, not being able to pick up a spoon and eat and those sort of things, or walk or anything. So we had to deal with a lot of that at first, and eventually that dissipated.
Josh seems to be doing a bit better today, Glynn. No, he still hasn't spoken yet, but the doctor's pleased with his progress. All right then. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye. Baby boy is still there.
He has recovered remarkably, better than anyone could have expected. He's talking and walking, and you know, he's actually working at the youth center now as a volunteer. He has his own little house here in Grand Bank. And he's, it's amazing. His attitude is so positive and so uplifting and rewarding. I have so many people here in town that know Josh and love him to death. And I think that living in Grand Bank is actually a big part of the reason why Josh has come as far as he has, because here he has the freedom and the independence that we wouldn't have been able to let him have had we stayed in Toronto or even any big city. So I really think it's done a lot, him living here with us, and he's progressed way farther than he would have if we hadn't been here.
I was really, really upset, really angry, and I was really upset because I felt, my mom and Glynn said I fell down 30 feet, and I was really, really upset. I can't believe I did that, you know. It was frustrating. It was frustrating at times, you know. But you know, the nurse and the physician. Is that a word? Probably no. Want to help me, you know, walking without a cane, and walking without a wheelchair, and people in Bridgeland Hospital, Bridget, Krista, Elsie, Sonia, always helped me, like, walking, and Krista was a help me, like, you know, for math, you know, crosswords, and I was in a wheelchair, and helped me do, like, different things, different varieties. It was pretty good. And Sonia helped me, like, walk, you know, to stand up and stand down, and and I was on a bicycle, you know, like circling around, and it was pretty, I was really upset, you know, but it helps me. Before my accident, I loved to climb up buildings and like trees, and that was a bad idea, you know. Climbed a building and fell down on a concrete sidewalk, and it really, really, you know, everyone of my friends was devastated and really like upset, and really, they called my mom. My mom's in Grand Bank. The ambulance called my mom, and in the morning, like 2 a.m. And my mom was like really, really like devastated, really upset, and Glynn was upset too. And then my mom, he wanted to go to Toronto because he like fly to Toronto, and he didn't know I was dead or I was still alive, and I was in a coma for like 4 weeks, and then Dr. Cusimano saved my life.
My name is Glenn. I am Josh's stepfather. Josh's accident was preventable. It was a series of bad decisions by Josh that caused the terrible accident and the grief throughout his family. You have to make better decisions than Josh did, and play it safe and protect your life because it is valuable.
My name is Dana McQuillan, sister to Josh McQuillan. I hope that in watching this film, viewers can take away the significance one decision can mean for the rest of your life. Having a good time is one thing, but the decisions you make after a night of fun can change your life and the many lives of those around you. Please always ensure that while having fun, the safety of you and your peers is still a priority.